That's a great question. Playing the video games myself, I was a very big fan. So understood the pressures and necessity to get this right, to do justice for the fans. But that said, I didn't want to do a direct copy of Nathan Drake from the games. And I think the studio and I shared the same goal. We didn't want the fans to come and watch the film and just see the same thing they've been playing for the last 10 years, So that was, bringing a more youthful side to the character while also maintaining his sense of optimism, his sense of adventure. We like the idea that he is very trustworthy, which is obviously something that kind of hinders him throughout the film. So it was a good time reinventing this character. But that said, I had conversations with Nolan North, with Neil Druckmann, with some of the producers at Naughty Dog to make sure that anything that I was recreating, I was doing in the right way. I went and did a few shifts behind a bar at the Chiltern Firehouse, which I really enjoyed. I love the human interaction. I love the art of making cocktails. I also think it's really interesting how you can add this kind of concept of juggling into the making of it. And it makes it really, really interesting when you're trying to incorporate those skills into a fight scene. So I really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, loads. I was, smashing bottles and dropping glasses and spilling water all over the place. There was one quite cool one where I would flip a bottle opener, and then you basically would strike the top of a beer and the cap would fly off, and it was really quite impressive. And when we were shooting that scene, it must have taken me 40, 50 attempts to get it right, because you need to catch it just at the right angle. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that I had such great teachers in my corner.
Well, I obviously understood the responsibility taking on a role that is so beloved by so many people. Obviously, the video game has sold north of 40 million copies. And when you're playing such an iconic character, you have a huge responsibility to get it right. And if you don't, people will make it known. So I understand the guy who's on this pursuit of this holy quest to find the greatness, to find the impossible. I've been trying to achieve that in many aspects of my life for a long time. And I also love the fact that he's just very slick talking. He's super seasoned as a kind of wheeler and dealer. I know a lot of people like that. And I feel like, I've had to be that guy at certain times myself. So I wanted to bring aspects of my own personality to that, but then also honoring what people know throughout the course of the various games along the way. And I wanted to make people proud, so. It's kind of there. I mean, obviously I'm 25 years older than him. I've been making movies since before he was born. And now he's got a lot of success really early on, but he still has a lot to learn, and he's willing to learn and ask questions and not afraid to express when he doesn't really know or understand something. So it just fit quite nicely. And we knew that the most important thing would be the chemistry, and you either have it or you don't. And we got along as soon as we met. So that was great. We have a lot of things in common. But then I also realized, he's going to be the kind of annoying younger brother. And I've never had a younger brother. I've always been the youngest. I've always been the guy who has something to prove. And that was a very different dynamic for me. But we knew the most important thing was the chemistry, and we wanted to, that's why there's so much improv in the movie, and all those great one-liners come from us just giving each other a hard time. And so audiences are really going to appreciate us coming together in the end. It's hard to tell. I think, everybody's reaction right now to the movie has been fantastic. So hopefully if people want to see it again and we can make it better than the first, then I would be willing to go there again. If not, I'm not really the big sequel kind of franchise guy. I usually try to look for the next thing and the next challenge and how I continue to keep it fresh and surprise audiences with new performances. But I would love to revisit if that's what people wanted.
Okay.
Because I don't have this mustache for nothing, so.
Okay. PlayStation was a terrific partner on this movie because, it's their baby, Uncharted. It's exclusive to PlayStation console, and Naughty Dog, the studio that created the game, is a division of Sony. So they were right by our side every step of the way. wanting to ensure that we maintain the integrity of the original game, but also giving us the freedom to make the movie our own. I think Tom Holland's just the most exciting actor of his generation. He really can do it all. I mean, he's so charming, terrific with drama. His skills as an action star, he's like a stuntman himself. Like, he's just incredible. So why not Tom Holland? I would say for any movie you have the opportunity to make. Well, I'm working on a version of Jack and Daxter, which I'm very excited about, and I think would make for a really fun movie because that buddy dynamic is really cool, and the world of that game is just so original. So that one I'm actually working on. But if I were to do a different video game adaptation, I might choose something more of a throwback. Like Spy Hunter was always a movie that I thought, or a video game that I would think would make for a great movie.